Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this opening door that opens and closes when player gets nearby it. It smoothly opens and smoothly closes. This is how it works, okay, let's get to the video. Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make sliding doors in Roblox. So basically, first thing what we need to do is we need a door. Okay, we're gonna make all of these black for example, and we're gonna group them. Okay, so now we have a model, and we're gonna call it sliding door. Sliding door. And we want to find the center part, which is the glass, for example. And we want to put it to be the primary part of this. But first, what we'll have to do is we want to group it again. And we're going to call it a door, for example. Okay. And inside of this, we want to call this primary part. So basically the center part of the door, we're gonna put center part of the door. If you don't have the glass, or just if you don't have the center part, you can just create another part and just center it. It doesn't really matter. You can make it invisible. Primary part. We're gonna call it primary part, and inside of this door model, we're gonna say the primary part to be the primary part, right? And now inside of this door, we're gonna duplicate this 2 more times. And we're gonna move it here, for example, and we're gonna say this is door open, and this we're gonna say door closed. So basically, primary part is the primary part. So basically, these are the positions that the door will be, that the door will open at, and that the door will close at. Basically, we're gonna set the door open and close to be can collide off, and we're gonna make sure they're anchored. So now we're gonna make sure the anchored part of the primary part is anchored also. We're gonna make that can collide off too. Okay, and we're gonna anchor the primary part. And these parts, they should not be anchored. Like basically the door parts of your door should not be anchored. So what you want to do now is add a weld constraint inside of the primary part and place part 0 to be the primary part, basically. And we're gonna duplicate the welds as many times as the parts we have in the door. And now we're gonna do this. Basically, we're gonna weld those parts that are inside of the primary part. This is the third one, fourth one, and fifth one. So now all the weld parts that we have, they are welded, like they welded the glass, they welded all the frames, and they're not anchored, right? Make sure they're not anchored, except the primary part and door closed and door opened. And inside of this door script, we want to put the script inside of the door, for example. And we want to get the services first. Services. So local TweenService, we want to get the TweenService, game.GetService, the TweenService. Now we have to have variables. And inside the variables, we're going to get the door, which is script.Parent basically. Inside of the door, we're going to get, let me just think. Okay, we got the door. I think that's all we need for now. So inside of the settings, we can have, for example, local time that it takes for the door to open, which can be 1 second, for example. And oh, I forgot one thing. While we're here, we can copy this door closed part. We're gonna extend it to be a little bit bigger than the door, and it's gonna be here, for example, and we're gonna call that touch part. So this is basically the touch part. It should be anchored and it should have can collide off. So this is the part that's gonna trigger basically. So local, we can do touch part, script.Parent.TouchPart. Okay, so now what we're gonna do here in script, we're gonna say TouchPart.Touched connect function and hit inside of it. So if hit is basically what it does is if the touch part is touched, and this returns what it hit basically. And let's just say that might be a leg or an arm or I don't know, a part of the character. We're gonna say .parent because the part is the character. We want to get the character of the player, and if it hit like for example a leg, it's gonna return the character, and inside of the character we're gonna say FindFirstChild Humanoid. So we want to check if it's a player basically. If it has a humanoid, it's a player. So now we want to have another variable here which is gonna be called open, and we're gonna set it to false. So we're gonna say open equals true, and if open, then open equals false. And inside of here we're gonna create a TweenService, and we're gonna give it the door part and primary part. So we're gonna say the door and the primary part, which is this part here, which has all the worlds together. So now we're gonna do TweenInfo.new, and we're gonna put time in it, this time variable that we have, and we're gonna put the curly brackets and say CFrame, and we're gonna equal that CFrame to Door.DoorOpened.CFrame, and we're gonna put here 2 dots or commas and say play. So now we're gonna copy all of this and we're gonna put it down. So basically, let me just comment out what this does. Opens the door, and this here closes the door. So now there's few things we should change. Instead of the open equals true, we're gonna say open equals false. And instead of if open then, we're gonna say if not open then. And this open here, we're gonna set it to true. And this door open, we're gonna set it to door closed. Okay, so now if we play, the script should actually work. Let's just check if this is anchored. So okay, so touch part is anchored, door closed and door open is anchored, primary part is anchored. All of these parts that make the door are not anchored. So now if we play, it just takes a little bit to load. So now if we play, we're in the game, and if we get inside of this touch part, the door opens, and if we leave this touch part, oh, hold up, something's wrong. Okay, I found what I messed up. Instead of touched, we're gonna say touched ended. So inside of the touch part, where the door closes, we're gonna say touch ended. So now if we play the game, now it should work. That's a mistake I made, so you have to watch out for that. So now if we get inside of this touch part, it's gonna open, and if we leave, it's gonna close. Opens, closes, opens, closes. And you see how this primary part goes to the other primary part where it opens, and it closes to the primary part where it closes, right? So that's basically it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!